Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Cheat. We are back with another episode of the Track by Track. Today we will be showing the T57 Heavy, the American Tier 10. Was originally just the second alternate to the T110E5, but now with the M5 going, yeah, it's just kind of like the middle grade tank. It's an autoloader with 4 rounds, takes about 20 seconds to reload, 2 seconds between shells. Has some wonky turret armor, so it's a fun tank to play from time to time, but it's not impenetrable. Yeah, it's not impenetrable turret armor. The turret frame itself is pretty strong, but the area you see where the stars are underneath the turret, that's just holding it between the chassis, pretty weak and very easily penetrable, even to the tier 8s. With that said, we do have a tier 8 match here, but it's paired up with a 9E as the tier 10 to complement my tier 10 heaviest T57 here. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. We're gonna get this rolling. My big concern in this is the 9E. I'm gonna be going to the 8 line, the banana road, as it's often called, and I'm actually gonna be loading gold right off the bat because I imagine the 9E is gonna be coming down the 8 line. Yeah, but so this is a very fun tank. I enjoy playing it. And yeah, so we'll just see how this plays out. This is not exactly, I guess a brief note, this is not exactly going to be a skill-based match. This is more of just showing, hey, this tank is really dangerous if left uncontested. And you'll see why I say that pretty shortly here. But we're loading gold here. Talking to the Char who's worried about the matchup because, I mean, it's a tough matchup. The 9E is a difficult tank to fight. Especially for people who don't know the pen areas. I know what some of them are, but we'll get right into the fight here with me absolutely just chunking it with 3 out of 4 of those shells. One that just misses. I kind of a bad shot choice. I was going for the pike area, and that repeat was me looking to see if the 90 would show. And then our AMBT in chat is asking how to pen the 90, so I stopped for a second, reply to them, try to see what I can tell them. Bad spelling in there, but if the 90 is angled in any way towards you, you actually have to shoot at the max angle, or at the area that is angled directly at you. If you don't, you're probably gonna have a weaker chance to pen. It's a little bit of a inverse tank. But here we see, so the 9E just popped up on the 0 line there. It climbed the hill. It's going to take me a second to realize that. I'll realize after this last shell. Actually, when I start reloading. So yeah, now I'm seeing, oh shit, the 90's up there. So I'm going to start pushing this. I'm still on reload, which is rough, but I can take a shot. It's an IS-3. It's not going to do more than, like, I don't know, 3 to 400. There it goes, almost 400 there. But I got the BZ. He's here. I ping him that I'll help him, and so we both push together, and we get a good push. And you'll see that with the help of the BZ, that's one set of shells that just deletes their IS-3. So that's one tier 8 out of the way. We got the Renegade in the back. That's kind of all alone on himself. Their biggest issue here with the tier 8s is that they didn't support each other. That IS-3 got left alone. The Renegade is left alone. The Renegade fires at me with gold, actually. It doesn't pen. So, generally speaking, they'd be able to pen, or tier 8s are able to pen that, especially premium like the Renegade. I think he just had a bad shot area where he shot too high, it seemed like. But I'm going to push on the Renegade. I'm going to catch him climbing. I'm going to get nothing but rear shots. He's going to tag me with another gold shell, but we are going to put him out completely. That was a full health Renegade that we got full pen on. Now the Scorpion appears, missed his first shot, but I'm reloading. He knows that I'm reloading. So he's going to run in. He's going to get that first shot in. I'm still reloading. I got about 5 to 6 seconds left. Actually, I think I had close to 7 or 8 seconds left here. And I need to fully kill him. He is going to get a second shot off. But luckily, my tracks absorb that, which is huge. But now you're seeing, I've got 3 kills. They're all tier 8s. So not crazy game impact in a tier 10 match. But T57 can just burst a full health tank down to nothing. We did it with the IS, which was probably 3/4 health we took from it. Full health this Renegade we're passing here, and full health the Scorpion. And we still come away with 850 damage. And now, props to the team that I had here. Really good job holding back their team on what's it called? Our team did a really good job holding them back on hill. Managed to take out 2 or 3 of them, it looks like. And the standard is running in and gonna finish the piercing here, which was a much smarter play than I planned for him to do. I was hoping that he'd try to get to me, but him doing this pulled the 9E and the T32 out of position, so I get to just blast the 9E. I will get a track here that throws me off, and then I'll hit his turret. But I gave the standard enough to finish him. Unfortunately, I couldn't save the standard. T32, another favorite heavy of mine, actually. T32's got good reload, good rate of fire, so we'll put out the standard. Here I make a mistake. I know that I'm reloading 2 shells, but I thought that I had intuition ready, which I did not. So I had to do another full reload for this tier, the gold shells here, because I just want a full reload, because I didn't know that Artie was going to hit them, otherwise it was just repeat with Artie when Artie hit. But I'll get my reload in, take a hit from T32 pushing in, I'll push back on him, and absolutely fluff all my shots. Get a track shell, but the Foch hit him, I think something else, maybe an artillery piece hit him as well. And that is the end of that game. This was a fun game. It's, like I said, it wasn't super skill based because I went against tier 8s basically all around. I hit their IS, the Renegade, the Scorp, the T32 at the end technically, and then I had luckily free farm on the 9E. But that goes without saying, still dealt 5,200 damage to their team overall, because they kind of just ignored or didn't gang up enough on the T57. If you leave a T57 alone, it is going to absolutely rail individual tanks. And that's why I was so successful this game. But yeah, and it just helps that I'm on a good map for it as well, because a lot of places for me to drive in, hide, get like one-on-one type of situations. Like if even if that Renegade were further up earlier, I could still have hidden off basically and just gotten to farm that IS-3 for free. And then the Renegade was all alone afterwards. But yeah, so you gotta protect and you gotta, kind of better prepare against tier 10s like this. T57, not a fan favorite tank, I would say for sure. I think a lot of people regard it as a pretty weak tank. And you can actually see what I was talking about earlier. The 2 penetrations now got eyes in the front of my tank. And that's where T57 is weakest, whereas you can bounce off the top like you see there. And that's why T57's turret is kind of wonky as well. But this is a good map. Himmelsdorf is a honestly fun map to me. But I don't pull the T57 out that much, so it's fun to come out, play it, and then get another episode here. With that said, folks, that is all I have. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you learned about T57 a little bit, or maybe how to play it. Maybe you're playing World Tanks still, and you're trying to go up the lines, and maybe T57 is the next one for you. It's a fun tank, and with that, I'll bid you all adieu.